Techniques used in the poem The Huntsman. Techniques used in the poem The Huntsman. Okay. First technique, the third person point of view. Third person point of view. THIRD, third person point of view. As the poem is a narrative, NARRATIV, narrative, a story. As the poem is a narrative, third person point of view, third person point of view is used, USED, used. But in this narration, NARRATIV, in this narration, the poet uses the speeches of other characters. The speeches of other characters to add some add some live, LIVE, live quality, to add some live quality. The skull, the hunter, the skull, the hunter, the king, and even soldiers, speak. And even soldiers speak. Right. Second technique, second one, personification. 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 Write down. The human skulls The human skulls. The human skulls are personified into living humans. Into living humans. Into living humans. Into living humans. Right? Next technique, irony. Irony. Write down. Irony is not really a poetic device and it is used in story writing. It is used in story writing. It is used in story writing. As the poem is also a narrative. Is also narrative. The poet uses some ironic events The first irony is Hagwa's accidental meeting accidental meeting with a talking skull. He never expects such a meeting. He never expects such a meeting, but it takes place. But it takes place. Full stop. The second ironic situation is Hagwa's meeting Hagwa's meeting with Hagwa's meeting with the king. Hagwa's meeting with the king. King. Hagwa expects Hagwa expects king's reward or praise. King's reward or praise. King's reward or praise. But ironically, he receives, R-E-C-E-I-V-S, he receives death. He receives death. Full stop. The other ironic event is the other ironic event is Hagwa's second meeting. Hagwa's second meeting with the talking skull. Full stop. He expects the skull. He expects the skull to speak to him, but it does not. But it does not. Full stop. The last irony is Hugwas change into another talking skull after death. Hugwas change into another talking skull after death. Next technique. Symbolism. 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 Full stop. Write down. The lion is symbolic of the huntsman's heroism, 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 the huntsman's heroism, bravery, 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 and strength, strength, bravery and strength. Bravery and strength. The talking skull is symbolic of the talking skull is symbolic of the talking skull is symbolic of humor as well as wisdom and fear. As well as wisdom, wisdom, and fear. Right? Next technique. Repetition. 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 The talking skulls words. The talking skulls words are repeated. Repetition. The talking skulls words are repeated. Next technique. Sound devices. Sound devices. First one, rhyming. R-H-Y-M-I-N-G, rhyming. Write down. Rhyming is not used. Rhyming is not used in a regular order. In a regular order. In a regular order. But there are some rhymed lines. There are some rhymed, R-H-Y-M-E-D, rhymed lines. For examples, the second line of the first stanza, the second line of the first stanza the second line of the first stanza rhymes, R-H-Y-M-E-S, rhymes with the fourth and the fifth. The fourth and the fifth of the same stanza. You can quote them. Through bush and forest went his spear, and said to it, how did you come here? Tolkien brought me here. Now you see spear here. They rhyme. Through bush and forest went his spear, and said to it, how did you come here? Tolkien brought me here. Right. There are some other examples. Go to the third stanza. This one. But if his tale is a lie, this Kagwa himself must die. But is now you see lie, die, they rhyme. Right. That is another example. Quote them. Second sound device, alliteration. A-double-L-I-T-E-R-A-T, alliteration. Alliteration. Right. For this line, Kagwa hurried home. Now what is alliteration? Repetition of the consonantal sound. Now underline letter H or sound H. Hurried home. There are two H sounds repeatedly used at the beginning of these words. That is alliteration. Hurried home. Right? Now here said slowly. For this line, underline S sound. S sound is twice repeated. Said slowly. Now in this last line of the second stanza, caught it, caught, seen, sir, skull, sir, spoke, sir. Right. Some example for alliteration, you can find some more in the poem. Third sound device, assonance. A-S-S-O-N-A-N-C-E. Assonance means vowel rhyming. Vowel rhyming. examples. Caught. Kagwa hunted the lion. The lion. Kagwa hunted the lion. Caught that lion. Now here, A. And hunted you. They are vowels. Different vowels, but they have the same sound. Different vowels, but they have the same sound. A. That is assonance. Then caught through bush. Through bush. What is the OU vowels? And they have an U vowel. Underline. And they have the same sound. U. Through, U, bush, U. Likewise, you can find some other examples for assonance. Now here, was born of. There is nice assonance. Second stanza. Was born of. Was. O. Born. O sound. Of. O sound. Was born of. Example for assonance. Right. That's enough for assonance. You check the poem and find out other examples. You may be questioned at the examination. Next technique. Now sound devices are finished. There are 3 sound devices: rhyming, alteration, assonance. Next technique. Right? Inversion. Check the chat box. Inversion. 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 Got this line? Have I seen or heard of a skull which spoke? Got it. Have I seen or heard of a skull which spoke? There is an inversion. What is inversion? The change of the word order of a sentence. Now here, have I seen? It should be I have seen. But poet does not use it that way. He uses it, have I seen? Right? Write down. In the above line, for this line, in the above line, the verb is verb. The verb is inverted. The verb is inverted. Changing. The verb is inverted, changing the normal order. Changing the normal order. Have I seen or heard of a skull which spoke? This is verb inversion. It is verb inversion. Word order is changed. Verb inversion. Right. Next technique, tone. T-O-N-E. Write down. The basic BSIC, the basic tone of the poem is humor. But there is some tone of T-O-N-E, tone of fear. F-E-A-R, fear and suspense, S-U-S-P-E-N-S-E. Fear and suspense. Fear and suspense. Right. They are the common and basic literary devices used in this poem. Common basic literary devices used in this poem.